Design is fun and all, but what happens when it's time to actually build it? That's where construction documents come in. If you're a design newbie looking to get into the field of interior design, or you're a practicing designer simply looking to freshen up your knowledge of CD sets, then you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through a construction set and discuss some of the things that are crucial to have in yours in order to communicate your design effectively to contractors. What's up, designers? My name is Kelsey. I'm an NCIDQ certified interior designer and the owner of KLSY, a Manhattan-based interior design studio specializing in commercial spaces. My mission is to help other designers excel in their career while promoting transparency about the industry and the profession. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, follow KLSY on Instagram, and click the link down in the description box to sign up for my email newsletter, where you'll receive more designer insights, project updates, and some more of my interpersonal thoughts. Don't worry, it's just the good ones, not the scary ones. So what exactly are construction documents? Also referred to as CDs or a CD set, construction documents are a set of drawings used to tell the contractor and other tradespeople how to build a space according to the intended design. These drawings can include things like floor plans, reflected ceiling plans, elevations, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing drawings, finish schedules, and basically anything else that helps communicate the design to the contractor. CD sets are also a way to show that what you have designed complies with building and ADA codes. Aside from the actual construction itself, CD sets are also used to price out how much it will cost to build it. The client would typically send the finished CD set to multiple builders or contractors in order to receive a price for construction, which is called sending it out to bid. I won't go into too much detail about that whole process, but maybe I will save it for a future video. Let's walk through what's commonly included in a CD set, starting with the cover sheet, also known as the title sheet. Some designers often forget about or neglect to include a cover sheet, but this page includes lots of important information and it shouldn't be excluded. It includes things like the project name and location, a drawing index outlining all of the sheets included in the set. It can have a location map, drawing notes, and any other useful site information. After the cover sheet, you can find additional building information like fire, exiting, and egress plans, safety notes, ADA code information, and maybe the existing plans. All of these drawings are typically labeled as section A0. A stands for architectural because these drawings relate to the architectural information and were drafted by the project architect. The title sheet would be named A0, with the following sheets in sequence named A0.1, A0.2, and so on. This is simply a standard or common way to label sheets, but as I'll discuss as we go through some of these sheets, there's multiple numbering systems that designers and architects use for their CD sets. It depends on your preference and also how the firm or company that you work for does it. After the A0 sheets are the demolition sheets, which are labeled as either A1 or often as D for demolition. Here you would have the demo floor plans, demo RCPs, and any other important demolition information or drawings. One thing to note when numbering is that whatever numbering system you're using, pages must always be numbered in order, regardless of how many pages or floor levels there are in the project. You're listening to my pipes clack on. Anyone that also lives in New York City, if you've ever seen the meme or reel that's like, those are my pipes turning on and off all the time. For example, let's say you're working on a 2-story office project. If you're using the D labeling system, you would order the sheets as the ground floor demo plan D-100, then the second floor demo plan as D101, followed by the demo RCPs. Again, there's so many different variations of labeling, so do what works best for you. If you're using the A labeling system, this section will be labeled as A1. Using that same example, it would be A1.00, A1.01, A1.02, and A1.03. Regardless of your naming system, be sure to include a demolition key plan that shows what the different line styles and symbols on this plan mean. After demolition comes construction drawings. This section includes all new or proposed floor plans and RCPs. Remember, we always place all the floor plans first before the RCP sheets. This section can be labeled as A2 or sometimes as C, which stands for construction, or I've also seen it labeled as P for proposed. Be sure to add a construction key plan for these as well. Next up, we have our finish plans, which show all of the architectural finishes in the space, like flooring, wall base, paint colors, and ceiling types. These finish symbols correlate to the finish schedule, which we will see later on in the CD set. After that, we have all of our elevations, sections, and detail drawings in that order. These drawings will show more information about finishes. Maybe they give more detail about how the pantry should look, mounting heights on things like shelves, and detail drawings can be anything from a partition section detail to millwork details. And again, anything else that helps the contractor understand how to build things according to your design. In terms of numbering, again, I'm going to say this for the millionth time, it's up to your preference, but you can either separate these into separate A numbers, like A3 for finish plans, A4 for elevations, A5 for sections and details, or if you wanted to continue with the construction naming, you could do that as well. These sheet names are really so that the set is easy to read and pages are easy to find. So as long as the numbering system makes clear and everything's in order, it's easy for the contractor to flip through them and find what they're looking for quickly. That's really what's important here. The final part of the architectural section of these drawings are the schedules. Schedules list out every single product being specified in the project, as well as additional details about architectural materials. You'll have a finish schedule that describes all of the finishes in a project, down to even what the paint sheen should be. Is it going to be glossy? Is it going to be eggshell? You have to note that down. You'll have a lighting schedule that lists all the specified light fixtures and their specifications. You'll have a plumbing schedule that lists all of the plumbing fixtures like toilets, sinks, and faucets, and an accessory schedule that includes things like toilet paper holders, coat hooks, and any other additional products or accessories. If this is a new building, the architect may also include door and window schedules. Sometimes you can see this in the earlier part of the set, maybe in the cover sheet section or in the construction plan section. That concludes the architectural portion of the set and the parts that you as a designer need to understand and be able to draw yourself. Yes, you should be able to draw all of these drawings yourself. But it's not the end of the CD set. The other trades working on the project will simultaneously be drafting their own sheets, such as structural drawings, mechanical plans, plumbing plans, and electrical plans. These will be labeled separately as S for structural, M for mechanical, P for plumbing, and E for electrical. The architect will then incorporate these sheets into the architectural set to create a full completed construction document. So who is the one that creates a CD set? The creation of a CD set is intended to be a collaborative effort between all of the professionals on a project. I just mentioned that the structural, mechanical, plumbing, and electrical engineers draft their own sheets. The size, complexity, and scope of the project will determine what you, as an interior designer, are responsible for creating. You may be working hand in hand with an architect who is taking the reins on drafting all of the architectural sheets, or you might be the project lead yourself and the architect is just there to oversee the project and sign the finished drawings. At the beginning of the project, have an open conversation with the architect and create a clear division of roles and responsibilities. As an NCIDQ certified interior designer in New York City and as a small business owner / solopreneur, I draft all of my own construction documents because most of the projects I'm working on don't require anything needing an architect. Because my scope of work only extends to interior, non-structural partitions, finishes, furniture, and lighting, I can legally draft these types of documents without needing an architect. This means that I cannot, in the state of New York, draft any structural drawings, draft and design major electrical work, submit for permits, change the building occupancy, or touch any fire egress or exiting paths or systems. Be sure to check the regulations in the state and the city that you work in, and also with the professional qualifications that you have personally.
Editing Kelsey here. I just wanted to add a quick little note that on all of my CD sets, I always put some kind of disclaimer. I'll put mine up here on the screen. You're happy to steal it. Essentially, I want to put this disclaimer on all of my construction documents to just emphasize the fact that I am not an architect, to legally protect myself, and I'm encouraging everyone out there that is an independent interior designer or an interior designer doing their own construction drawing set that you definitely should put this on yours too. So that's it.
Before I get into my exact process of how I go about building a CD set for a project, I want to plug a new way that designers can create their own construction drawings. And that is with Coohom, who is the sponsor of this video. Coohom is a 3D modeling and rendering software created to make designing, planning, and rendering easy. It has a vast model library for you to drag and drop furniture blocks into your model for quick floor plan iteration, cloud-based flexibility so you can work on your projects from multiple devices with multiple people, high-resolution photo and video rendering capabilities, AI-powered design templates, and specialized kitchen and closet tools. In my opinion, Coohom is a great tool, especially for new designers looking to create floor plans and 3D models without having to learn several complicated softwares, or also for designers who are just looking to save time with their 3D modeling and planning. My favorite part about Coohom is the fact that you can upload your AutoCAD file directly into the program, and it will build the basic model for you automatically. Once you have your basic model, you can start dragging and dropping one of the millions of furniture blocks into the space and start playing around with what furniture types fit best in each room. After all of your furniture is placed, it's super easy to export near photorealistic renderings for your client presentations. And once your model is complete, you also can easily export construction drawings sheets like floor plans, ceiling plans, and tagged elevations. In your view manager, you can edit the style of your plans, delete elements you don't want to show in the print, and adjust the auto-generated dimensions. Not only can you export drawings for construction sets, you can also export colored and other visual plans for any of your client presentations in any phase. And when you're done editing them, you can export these sheets as either a PDF or an AutoCAD file. This is another reason why I love the compatibility and integration of Coohom with AutoCAD so much. I myself am constantly on AutoCAD, and so this integration is really essential. If you're interested in trying out Coohom yourself, then click the link down in the description box and enter the code KLSY to receive 73% off your Coohom membership. I am not lying, people. They're offering 73% off to all of my viewers, which is crazy pants, so take it and run. And thank you so much to Coohom for sponsoring this video. There are different ways you can approach drafting a CD set depending on the scale of the project and the parties involved. But if you're a designer like me creating your own drawing set for an interior renovation project, then let me walk you through my process. I like to start the process of CDs at the very first phase of the project, the site survey. Rather than designing first and drafting later, I like to think of my CD sets as ever-evolving documents. This helps me save major time because I'm slowly building up the set and adding to it over time. It also helps me make less mistakes because I'm reviewing it over the lifetime of a project rather than cramming to produce an entire set in one huge sitting. When I get a project proposal signed, the first thing I do before anything else, and that includes browsing for inspiration images, is survey the space so I know exactly the dimensions and existing conditions I'm working with. Once I complete the site survey, I will draft the existing floor plans in AutoCAD and set up that drawing page along with the rest of the CD set page outlines. This is now the basis of my CD set, which I will continuously be updating and adding to as I design the project. After I've completed the existing drawings, which also includes the existing reflected ceiling plan and the completed concept phase of the project, I would move on to space planning in the schematic phase. If you're interested in how I myself space plan and do schematic drawings, then check out my step-by-step schematic floor plan planning video. Floor plan planning video. Once the new construction floor plan is completed and approved, I would add those drawings into the CD set as well. During design development, I'm slowly inputting material, product, and lighting specifications into all of those drawing schedules as they're finalized and approved. And the same goes for elevations and finish plans. At the end of the DD phase and after the client has approved the design and all of the specifications, that's when I sit down with my CD set and bring it from the roughly 75% completion to that 100% completion. I'll go through every single page again and fill in any blanks, any missing information, and also add any necessary detail drawings like millwork section details, dimensions, etc. It's really important that once you've completed your set that you review the entire document. It is very likely that you made not one, but several mistakes, typos, or maybe even inputted the wrong material tag somewhere. Allocate a decent amount of time to checking that every single line, every word, every tag is in the correct place. Because if something is wrong on the drawing and the contractor builds it and it needs to be ripped out or removed or changed, guess who's paying for that? You are. There are many designers and architects out there that treat a CD set like a working file or a moving target after they submit it, and therefore, rather completing their design and bringing the set to 100% before the start of construction, they will bring it to like 80% and just do a bunch of change orders throughout construction. I personally do not agree with this philosophy or way of working. I feel like it's a little lazy and a really easy way to confuse everyone in the process and create errors in construction. I want all of my CD sets to act as the project Bible, no exceptions. And if there does happen to be a change during construction, because things happen and life's not perfect, site's conditions are not perfect, I will update that set, bubble the change, and then send that out as an updated version to the entire team. This facilitates good communication between the team, keeps everyone on the same page, and removes any confusion. I hope this video was helpful in understanding the basics of construction documents. Now go forth and kick some construction ass. And after that, if you're looking for more educational interior design content, then you can check out my playlist here. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to sign up for my email list down in the description box to receive even more designer insights. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!